Hi, everyone, and welcome to week 10. This week is going to be entirely devoted to revising and editing your research paper, and then you'll turn it in by next Saturday. And as part of that process, you're going to help each other by engaging in peer review. And as you revise and edit your paper this week, I want to remind you that this book is your best friend. In fact, you may want to review the chapter on revising and the chapter on editing in here. And you can find those by looking in the index in the back of the book. And then if you have particular questions about MLA formatting or grammar rules or organization or anything else, you're going to find those answers in here in the sections that we've already gone over in class. But also feel free to email me and to use your other resources of dropping into the library Zoom room where there are writing tutors there to help you, and using the Online Writing Center where you can email something to the Online Writing Center and then get written feedback. So lots of help is available, and I hope that you take advantage of all of those resources. So let's take a look at the assignments for this week. So your first assignment for week 10 is to complete 2 peer reviews. And this is going to be a similar process to what you did with the last paper. What you're going to do is, first of all, read the instructions here, and then go to the discussion board down here. And this is the same discussion board where you posted your first draft at the end of week 9. Find 2 papers that don't have replies yet and simply type a message to those people as a reply to their post saying, I'm going to review your paper. And then when you are ready to review their paper, the instructions are right here, and here's the form that you are going to use and fill out and then post as a reply to them with your comments on their paper. Now, there is an alternative way to do this, and it's described right here. If you would simply like to download their paper and make comments directly on their paper using the commenting function in Word, you are welcome to do that as long as you address everything that's on this form. So in any case, please print out this form and either fill it out or make sure that you are addressing it directly on their paper. And then by Wednesday, post 2 reviews. Now, if any of this process is at all confusing to you, please send me an email. I'm happy to help, because I realize that opening documents and reposting them gets a little convoluted, and I'm happy to go through the process with you. There is some extra credit available this week. Occasionally, a paper that gets posted to the discussion board doesn't get 2 reviews. And if you want to, on Thursday and Friday, go back and look for papers that don't have 2 reviews yet. And if you want to go ahead and go through this process described in assignment A and review those papers that don't have 2 reviews yet, you will get 8 additional extra credit points for each extra paper that you review. So that way we ensure that everybody gets feedback. So after Wednesday, theoretically, you will have 2 reviews on your paper and you can start revising. And then I'd also check the discussion board on Thursday and Friday too, if you didn't get 2 reviews, and see if anybody else has come forward to review your paper. Take those comments seriously. So go back to the discussion board, read what your classmates had to say, take those comments seriously, but do know that you don't have to adopt every suggestion that somebody gave you. and then begin revising your paper. Now, if you recall the writing process, revision is the process of looking at the paper at an idea level and looking at organization and looking at support and looking at the arguments in your paper and doing those kinds of revisions to the actual content. And then after you've done that, then you do the editing part, which is looking at details like grammar and spelling and formatting. So revise first. And here's some advice about revising. As I said, consider the comments provided by your reviewers, review the content requirements of the paper, and I've written them here, and review thesis, organization, support, etc. And then when you feel like you've got a paper that meets the requirements, that's solidly written and supported, then start editing. And this is where you look at sentences and use grammar and spell check, and then look at these MLA conventions or rules. And you can also look at the grading rubric. Then when you're done revising and editing, you can post your completed research paper here by Saturday night. So those are the assignments for this week. And if I can leave you with one final thought, I think the most effective way to revise and edit a paper is to read it out loud. When you hear what you have written, you will get a good idea of what the reader's experience is going to be. And that will give you some clues as to where you may want to make some changes. So please read your paper out loud. And if you have any questions, please let me know. And please use your resources. The Online Writing Center is a free service for you, and you're going to get feedback from writing professionals. The Zoom room at the Learning Commons is open most of the day and evening, and you can drop in and ask questions of a writing expert at any time. So have a good week. I'm looking forward to reading your papers at the end of the week.